The Sorcerer and the White Snake. The movie starts off with a scene of two snakes, one in every of which is white and the opposite is green. The two snakes are associated with one another, sisters. They did give the affect of being quite young, notwithstanding having existed for greater than 1,000 years. The white snake became regarded via its Chinese call, Suzan. Each of the snakes have been able to transforming themselves into human shape. Each snake see a boy named Shen sooner or later whilst they are up on a mountain. He became tasting the vegetation on the mountain. Both of them are surprised to research that human without a doubt devour plants. In reality, Shen and his companions went there in search of numerous medicinal flowers. He become visiting through the mountains at that point. It was the green snake in her unique form that apprehensive him while she appeared there. Due to his fear, he tumbles down the mountain and into the river underneath. After seeing it, the white snake feels sorry for Shen and his quandary. She has compassion for his state of affairs. She becomes a person and is going into the river. She breathes into his mouth. She saves his existence. After assisting him, she is going away. Whilst Shen awakens, he discovers that each one of his friends have gathered round him. He asks them about the woman who saved his life. His friends say that we failed to locate any female right here. It was all to your imagination. On the identical day, a competition changed into to be held in the village. The master of the temple and his friends had been also accompanying him to the competition. That they had a doubt that monsters are gonna kill human beings at this competition. Shen was heading that way with those herbs. Consequently, he's taking all of them with him. On the other facet, White Snake Suzanne was lacking that second when she helped Shen. That how she stored his life by means of giving him her own breath. She become continuously considering Shen. In truth, she started out loving him. She tells her sister, the green snake, that she wants to meet that boy. Therefore, both of them go to the same competition in the village. The same night, Grasp and his companions had come there with complete guidance. Due to the fact they knew that monsters can attack humans at any time. Inexperienced Snake meets the partner of the master within the pageant. Due to the fact inexperienced Snake preferred him. She wanted to befriend him. He says that I cannot talk to you proper now as I am right here to trap the monsters. He didn't understand that the lady asking him to be her friend, become additionally a monster. However, then the green snake sees Shen. She goes to him. She tells him that her sister loves him and she or he desires to meet him. Shen says that I don't know approximately your sister. He refuses to fulfill her sister. Inexperienced Snake falls into the river. She pushes his boat in order to take him to her sister. As he reaches there, Suxan confesses that she loves him. Shen says, however, I love a person else. He says that I do not know who she is. She stored me by giving me her very own breath. Listening to it, Suzanne understands that he's speaking about me. He loves me the manner I do. She takes him lower back into the river to reassure him that she is the female he loves. She's the girl who stored him. Now Shen turned into additionally aware about the reality that she's that lady. Companions of the monster locate a few monsters. He bravely fights with the one's monsters. In the meantime, a monster injures Grasp's partner. Therefore, he calls his master for assist. Then the master comes there to compete with them. He transfers them to hell and burns them to demise. Suzanne is going to Shen's residence tomorrow. Seeing her in his house makes Shen very happy. They start dwelling with every different and sooner or later, get married to each other. At the day of the pageant, the monster had been considered one of Master's partners. Therefore, Grasp's partner became changing into the monster. He gets dissatisfied because of it. He became uninterested in his lifestyles. If he turns into a monster, he's going to be a threat to humans. Consequently, he was going to an abandoned area to try suicide. Whilst he turned into going to do it, the inexperienced Snake comes there. She asks him that why he is doing such an act. She stops him to do this. On which, he replies that I'll grow to be a monster. I cannot become a danger to humans. Consequently, I need to take my personal lifestyles. The green snake, upon listening to it, informs him of her reality. She suggests her snake tongue. She says, don't worry, in case you grow to be a monster, I'm a monster as nicely. Later on, we see Grasp going to the village. He unearths many sufferers of the monster there. They have been an issue and facing it. Therefore, Shen used to make herbs a good way to shop their lives. Suzanne, on the other hand, changed into conscious that they have been being attacked through the one's monsters. They are very powerful and threatening. It's miles not possible to treatment them only with herbs. Suzanne accordingly presses into the one's medicinal flora to shop his husband's and people human beings' lives. Suzanne had a rat which turned into her friend. It says, "What are you doing, Suzanne? Don't you recognize that giving your exhalation is a hazard for you? It'll make you vulnerable." But Suzanne was inclined to assist his husband and other humans. When Shen makes villagers drink that herb fluid, they start to heal. It makes Master greatly surprised because in keeping with him, it changed into impossible to cure those human beings. However, seeing them restoration, he's left astonished and at a loss for words. He inquires of Shen whether everyone assisted him inside the training of those herbs. On which he replies, "Yes, my spouse helped me." Grasp recognizes that his spouse wasn't a normal human, however a monster. Consequently, he offers Shen a holy knife for his protection. Then Grasp goes to Suzanne. He asks her why she's doing these items. "You married a human regardless of being a monster. Why do you live like people among them? I am no longer saying something to you as you are a great monster. You must better leave, Shen. Otherwise, the stop wouldn't be suitable. I will kill you." Saying it, the master leaves. On the night time whilst Ixion reaches home, he brings a medicated wine. It heals against snake venom. However, Suzanne was a snake herself. Shen makes her drink this wine as properly. Consuming it, she starts off evolved feeling weird and her kingdom worsens. She locks herself in a room. Shen asks her why she's appearing like this. "Or in case you're mad at me?" Suzanne could not manage herself and will become a snake. To trap her, the Grasp additionally comes there. They face every different. Shen stabs her with that holy knife that changed into given by way of the Grasp. He failed to recognize that this white snake was his spouse. Upon getting stabbed, Suzanne is going to her sister, the green snake. As she got stabbed with the aid of a holy knife, so she was not able to convert into human shape ever again. She'll be a snake all the time. Shen asks the master about his spouse. Master says that during fact, this white snake became your spouse. You married a 1,000-years-old snake. He will become taken aback after acknowledging the truth. Suzanne's rat tells Shen approximately a herb that could keep Suzanne's lifestyles. However, getting that herb is risky and so dangerous, because monsters have occupied that vicinity. Regardless, Shen is going there and attempts to locate the herb. Shen, on the other hand, is overshadowed by using monsters. All partners of the master try and shop Shen. Rat is going and offers that herb to Suzanne that saves her lifestyles. Now, she ought to take human form again. As she recovers, she attacks the Grasp and his partners. She understood that they wanted to split her and Shen. She brings Shen to an area in some way. She asks him if he's okay, however he had misplaced his memory. He became unable to take into account anything, even his spouse Suzanne. Suzanne asked the Grasp that what did you do with my husband Shen? As he has forgotten me. But, pretty quick, his recollection receives again and he comes lower back to normalcy. However, as Suzanne turned into a monster, Grasp makes an historical house the usage of his powers. He imprisons her in it all the time. It was not possible for her to step out of that house. Shen spends his whole life outside the residence anticipating his wife. Grasp's partner had also ended up a monster, however an excellent one. He spent the closing years with the monsters.